Hi, welcome everyone. Excuse me, I apologize for starting a couple minutes late. Sometimes with kids, it's hard to get everything ready and navigated right at the right time. So we are here now. So welcome, welcome. So let's see who's here. We have Sarah from Toronto, Lynn from Chile and Indianapolis, Brenda from Chile, Lower Delaware. I love that. Eileen, Colette from California, Gary from San Jose. Good morning from cold and snowy Pittsburgh. Ardley from Bermuda. Oh, how's the weather there? And welcome. Hi. Oh, how are you, friends? How are you? I invite you just to take a moment, if you feel so moved, to type in the comments maybe a word or two or a phrase of just how you're feeling. What's the quality of your heart, the tenderness of your soul, what's on your mind. Really just taking a moment to check in. This has been such a wild ride. Today is the day. 2 years ago, today, at least in the United States, our worlds shut down. And so much has transpired in these last 2 years, lifetimes worth for each of us in different ways. And we each have been touched and moved and brought to our knees and challenged and stretched and grown and wept and were heartbroken and had joys and slowed down and connected and were disconnected and just all of it. And while at the moment the pandemic is receding, of course, we don't know what the future holds. But unfortunately, what has also brought with this time has been a relentlessness. And everything that is going on between Russia and Ukraine, which we can just take a moment to send our collective light and love and energy and prayers towards everyone that is having to flee their country and have lost their homes and their families. And it is just, it's heavy. I mean, there's really no other word for it. And I know for myself, I vacillate between being connected to what's going on in the news and holding and being in the heaviness, and then also in my own lightness and in, delighting in something one of my children's do, or, the sun shining and there's a jasmine bush right where I park my car every day that is in full bloom right now. And every time I get out of my car, I'm just overwhelmed with the beautiful smell. It literally stops me in my tracks. And so that exists too. And our jobs as humans is to open our hearts and find a way to hold it all without being brought to our knees, without breaking on the weight of it. And I think it is that dance of being in the heaviness and the pain and attending to it and really seeing it and holding it, and also stepping back and resting and taking a break and delighting in a play or a song or a friend or a flower. But that is really the dance of life. Stepping into the pain, stepping into the beauty and the joy, and doing it over and over again. And so today, and I know in the Mindful Living Collective, there's a loving kindness challenge going on, which let us all be challenged all the time to invite more loving kindness into our hearts and into our worlds, for ourselves, for those around us. And last time I did the meditation, I did a love and kindness meditation. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a shift on that. And the focus today is going to be to open our hearts. And so I want to begin with, and I think I've read this poem before actually, but I just love Donna Faulds. And this one is called Walk Slowly. And so before I begin, if you feel so moved, you can close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Let it audibly exhale. And opening your heart to receive these words. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, and be, and walk slowly in to the mystery. And so I invite you to breathe in those words as inspiration for our practice today. And so if you haven't already, I invite you to get your mindful body on, settling in to the posture that feels most supportive to you in this moment. And let's once again find the breath, the life source. And tapping in to our incredible wisdom and how our body naturally knows how to breathe itself. And in this moment, taking some intention to slowly deepen the next 3 breaths. Bringing your love and attention into every moment of the inhalation, holding the breath at the top as your chest and belly expand. And slowly, with intention and care, gently begin to release the breath, feeling the chest and the belly retract. And just as the poem invites us to, along with the breath, to soften, Often it goes hand in hand with having an open heart. When we are stressed and constricted, it's hard to find and connect to our full breath and to allow our heart to be open. And so with these nourishing, slow, deep breaths, starting with the top of your head, inviting all the muscles of your scalp and the muscles of your face and jaw to soften and relax. The brow, around the eyes, the cheeks, the ears, letting the jaw be loose and easy. And as if you have a warm blanket wrapped up around you, letting the weight and warmth of that soften the muscles in your shoulders. Inviting the chest to open. The belly to uncoil. And the arms and legs to release any holding. Inviting yourself to be here exactly as you are in this moment. And if you feel so moved, placing a hand or two on your heart. And if that position of your hand doesn't feel right, trust your inner knowing. You can leave them where they are, place them on the belly, cupping your face on your thighs, giving yourself a warm hug. Whatever feels most nourishing and loving in this moment. And just to take a few moments to settle into this new position, softening into it, receiving the warmth and love of this touch. And see if you can invite your body to soften even more, even if it's 1% more. And now inviting your attention and awareness to your heart, your big, beautiful, precious warrior heart that has been through so much in its lifetime. So many sorrows, challenges, disappointments, as well as moments of joy and growth and triumph and ease and peace. So often we close our hearts in reaction to hurt, to overwhelm, to confusion, to frustration, to anger. And while there is a period of time that is actually important and crucial to do for our own safety and protection and healing, we can also get stuck with a closed heart for the fear of future hurts, future disappointments. And then we lose, temporarily at least, our connection to the beauty of the present moment. And so tapping into your own inner wisdom that knows no matter what is happening in your life or in the world, in this moment, you're okay. We each are okay. And so with all the support of your own love and kindness and the collective support of each of us holding our own hearts and each other's, see if you can invite your heart to open, to soften, to allow. Breathing in a soft, open heart. And breathing out and releasing constriction. Sometimes tension and tightness can creep back in as our mind wanders. And so it's okay. This is just the body naturally trying to protect its own heart. And so checking in again, noticing what's present for you. Taking another one of those big, beautiful, nourishing, deep breaths. And inviting the body and the heart to soften again. And to bring this nourishing practice to a close today, I'm going to share the same poem we started with, Walk Slowly by Donna Faulds. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I am going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, and be, and walk slowly in to the mystery. And so taking one more big breath in and audibly releasing. When you are ready, taking all the time you need, gently opening your eyes if they were closed, allowing your body to stretch and move in whatever way it so desires. And let's all just bask in this moment of connectedness, our hearts open. And let's take a collective moment to send this nourishing, loving, open-hearted energy that we just cultivated together to those suffering in the Ukraine and in the entire world, which also includes all of us. And so, as always, I would love to know how this touched you, how this shifted you. And of course, I always forget to introduce myself, but I'm Stefanie Goldstein, one of the co-founders of the Center for Mindful Living and a psychologist and mindfulness educator. And for those of you that don't know, we actually have a lot of incredible therapists in our practice in California. So if anyone is ever looking, feel free to reach out. And if you feel so moved, if this touched you in some way, we are deeply grateful for any donation of any amount. This helps keep this free to support our teachers and provide scholarship. And that's in the notes and in the emails. And let's see those of you that have shared. Let's see, Colette. Thank you so much, Stefanie. I'm soothed from anxiety and fear now. You and all are such a blessing. Kindness matters. Thanks. You are so welcome. And it does. Kindness truly matters. Ellie, thank you. Artily, thank you. The poem was lovely, and as was the meditation. Mary, a huge shift. I was so worried and rested right into the unknown. Monica, it brought tears to my eyes. Yeah, me too. I felt that. You are all so welcome. And it's a beautiful space to be here together, to invite ourselves to soften. And this is actually one of my practices that I do all day, because as I get stressed, my shoulders get higher, my chest gets constriction, my jaw gets tight. And so I practice all throughout the day, softening, stretching, releasing, so that I, by the end of the day, am not a ball of nerves all twisted. And so I invite you, if that feels like it's connected to you in some way, to try it out and see how it feels. So thank you. I'm so grateful to you all. And as always, we are here every Sunday with our incredible teachers. Thank you for all of you for showing up, and especially a big thanks to those of you that were able to donate. We deeply appreciate it. Thank you.